How to save up to 10 hours weekly using AI. Here is what I've been doing and how you can do it too. Imagine as a business leader, you can cover up to 10 hours weekly with no new hire, no extra budget, and not working late just by using AI differently. Now, AI is not magic. It's not going to run your business for you, but when you use it properly with the right task and the right instruction, it can give you something most business leaders desperately need, which is time. And unlike money, you cannot earn more of time. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly where those 10 hours come from. No theory, no hype, just practical use cases on how you can save time on some little tasks you do every day. And if you apply one of them this week, you'll be surprised by the results. Now, think about a typical week as a business leader. You probably get a lot of emails. Your inbox never stops growing. You have meetings you need to prepare for. You have reports that you need to review. You need to build presentations. All these are very important. You need to write proposals. You need to follow up on emails and the like. None of them are optional. It's very important for you to keep running your business. But then they consume time and mental energy that you can use to do something more important that actually grows your business. One of the ideas I discussed in the AI Mastery for Business Leader ebook is that many leaders spend a huge part of their day doing works that feels important, but it doesn't necessarily move the business forward. Now, AI does not solve every issue that you have, but it can remove a lot of repetitive tasks that you do every day. The tasks that follow predictable patterns, the tasks where you are essentially producing the same type of output again and again. And one of these is email writing. Now, when I'm working with professionals on how to master the use of AI, one of the questions I usually ask them is, how many business emails do you write in a day? The questions are usually between maybe 5 to 10 emails per day. Then I'll ask them, how long does it take you to write a well-crafted email? Some people say between 5 to 20 minutes, depending on how sensitive or how important and complex the email is. Then I'll ask them another question. What if each email took 2 minutes instead? That's when people start paying attention, because at 10 email a day, you are looking at more than an hour saved every single day just from email alone. Most people are skeptical at first, but then I show them exactly what I'm about to show you. And that's usually when they start paying attention. Now, I'm going to show you one example of a finance director that is chasing overdue audit response. So I'm going to use this prompt to draft an email to the auditor. And before we get into this example, this is very important. AI only works well when the instruction is clear. Now, if you give it a vague prompt, you're going to get a vague response. Now, if you're yet to watch my first video on the 5-part prompt framework for you to be able to get better response from AI, please check the video and watch it. So moving on to this example, here's a real scenario from manufacturing. A finance director needs to follow up with external auditors. The auditors haven't responded in 2 weeks. The board meeting is on Monday, and the draft management letters is needed by Friday. This is the prompt I will use. So let's go into ChatGPT and see what we can get from there. So the prompt follows the 5 parts prompt framework I discussed in my previous video: the context, the role, the task, the format, and the constraint. So I'm going to copy this and go into ChatGPT and paste it. So it says, I am the finance director of the mid-sized manufacturing company in Nigeria. Act as a professional business communication expert. Write a firm or respective email to our external auditor who has not responded to our request for the draft management letter for 2 weeks. We need it by Friday because our board meeting is on Monday. Use professional tone under 150 words. Include a subject line. So let's see what we're going to get. There I gave you a very good subject line: request for draft management letter by Friday. Now, going through the response, this is something that you don't need to write from scratch again. What comes back is something you can review, and it is a different process to you drafting the whole letter from scratch yourself. The email that used to take 15 to 20 minutes now takes less than 2 to 3 minutes. Now, when you look at this output, all you have to do is just review it, add the appropriate auditor's name, look at read through the email to ensure that everything aligns very well. Then you add your name and your company name. Then you are good. All this you can complete within 2 to 3 minutes, as opposed to using 10 to 15 minutes if you have to draft it yourself. So assuming you are sending 10 emails per day and it takes you 15 minutes each, if you're writing it yourself, that's 150 minutes. And then when you use AI, you're using 3 minutes each for each email, and that's total of 30 minutes. So daily, you are saving 120 minutes, which is 2 hours to cover daily. Now, if you multiply that by 5 days, that's 10 hours recovered per week for just email alone. You see how AI can help you streamline your work and ensure that you are more efficient and you save time. The second major time saver is in meetings, not necessarily the meeting itself, but everything around the meeting. Think about what happens before the meeting. You need an agenda. Most people throw together a calendar invite and hope for the best. But then the meeting turns into 60 minutes back and forth with no direction. So that's where meeting agenda comes into place. Then after the meeting, someone has to document everything. You have to give a report of the meeting notes, the decision, the action items, the owners, and the deadline. And when there's no structure, this can take forever, and then everything gets lost in the meeting. This is where AI becomes very useful in drafting meeting agendas and minutes. So let's start with the meeting agenda first. So assuming I want to draft a meeting agenda for my department, so and the topic we want to talk about is the key to performance versus the target, the 3 underperforming branches that we have. Then we want to talk about the approval for a proposed mobile banking feature, responses to competitors' new offering and the likes. So I want to create a meeting agenda for this. So I'm going to copy the prompts that I already prepared for this and paste in ChatGPT. So if you look at the prompt very well, it follows the 5-part framework also. So this is the context. I have a 60 minutes strategy review. So it gives a detailed context on the topic we're going to discuss about. The task is going to create a structured agenda with time allocation for each topic, and the constraints and the format for every agenda item include one key question that must be answered before the meeting ends. So let's see what we're going to get with this. See that? See how amazing that is? So it has returned back the meeting agenda for us, broken up by timeline. So for each minute, 5 minutes open meeting and objective, what you're supposed to do, 15 minutes key performance and target, what you're supposed to, the objective and key questions to answers. Another 15 minutes review of 300 performing branches, the objective. You see how easy this is? So now when you're going to the meeting, you have something to guide the meeting, and there won't be any endless back and forth that waste time in the meeting. I've discussed about how to use AI to write a structured meeting agenda. Let's go to after the meeting. Now, when you're done with your meeting, so you probably record your meeting on your phone using voice recorder or other AI, then you transcribe it. So if you want to make use of AI, you have to give it the transcript. So you transcribe the meeting note, or there will be someone that take a brief summary of the meeting, like a note and the likes. So instead of pasting the whole transcript. So, but for this demonstration, I have a meeting transcript I got online. So we are going to use it to test out this one. So for this one, I'm going to copy the prompt I have. So after the meeting, we want to create a meeting minutes to talk about the key decisions made, action item, and agenda item for the next meeting. So I'm going to copy this prompt. So I'm going to go to my AI. I'm going to paste it. Then inside this place, I'm going to paste my meeting notes. So I'm going to make use of this meeting transcript to demonstrate how we can do that. So I've pasted everything. So let's see what we get. Yeah, you see, very, very, very good. So now, when you look at these outputs, we talk about the key decisions made. The meeting agenda was approved. The previous meeting minutes was approved. The resolution was done. Commissioner this, and this. Then the action item was also included in the response. Then agenda item for the next meeting. Then upcoming meeting and announcements. Everything was there. You see how easy this is. So it helps you to keep track of all the meeting minutes. Very easy. Imagine you spending time going through the meeting notes to draft this out. You are going to spend nothing less than 20 to 30 minutes. Now, within 2 minutes, you are able to do this, and you've saved a lot of time. Now, inside chapter 1 of AI Mastery for Business Leaders, I covered 6 common business tasks that actually take 20 to 40 minutes each. With the right prompt, most of them can be completed in under 5 minutes. So some of them are email writing, 2 meeting agendas and minutes, which we have covered the 2. How you can create executive summary from long reports. Then 4, how you can create competitive comparison charts in less than 2 minutes. 5, how you can draft job description and training agendas. And 6, how you can create executive presentation outlines. And these are not theoretical examples. The actual prompts are included in my ebook, ready to copy, ready to use, and ready to adapt to your own businesses. Most people who work through chapter 1 save somewhere between 10 to 12 hours in their first week. That's close to 2 working days recovered from a single chapter. Now, my challenge for you this week after watching this video is to write at least 10 emails this week using AI and track the time you saved on each one of them. Use AI for one meeting, either the agenda before or the minutes after. Summarize 2 long reports using AI instead of you reading them manually. Complete one large task with AI, maybe a proposal, a presentation outline, or a training plan. Then use AI for one small task every single day. Consistency matters than just the size. No matter how small the minute is, when you use AI every day, it makes you get better at using AI. If you want all the 6 quick wins, including the exact prompts and worked example, you are going to find them in chapter 1 of AI Mastery for Business Leaders, and that's only in chapter 1. Chapter 2 focuses on competitive intelligence and market analysis using AI. Chapter 3 covers team management and performance. Chapter 4 focuses on strategy and decision making. And chapter 5 covers career and professional growth. Every chapter follows the same approach: real business situations, practical prompts, clear implementation steps, and no unnecessary theories. Just things you can apply immediately. The link is in the description below. Get the book and start applying it this week. And if you enjoy practical AI content for business leaders, subscribe and turn on notifications. Again, my name is Tim Lane. I'm a registered product manager and AI mastery coach. I help business leaders and career individuals to master the use of AI for progress in their career and for the betterment of their businesses. Thank you very much.